now we are coming back to Dr. Ahmed Sharaf, the educational consultant. Dr. Ahmed, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is my voice clear to you?
Yes, I hear you. First of all, the Palestinian leaders have welcomed Britain's recognition of the Palestinian state, describing it as a necessary step toward peace alongside with other countries such as Canada, Australia and Portugal. What is the importance of this recognition ahead of the UN General Assembly meetings on Monday?
Well, I think when we talk about recognition today, this is something that is very, very significant. Recognition is the cornerstone of the statehood under international law. A state, as a matter of fact, must be acknowledged by other members of the international community to fully enjoy sovereignty and enter treaties and also protect its rights. And so for Palestinians, the recognition is also a form of justice and historical rectification, confirming the right for self-determination after decades of displacement and occupation. And if you just ask me about the recognition, what does it mean and what does it imply, I would also say that it's in a very simple way and in a nutshell, recognition strengthens the Palestinian position in negotiations. It refrains the issue from being a territorial dispute, a conflict between two states, one recognized and one occupied. So this diplomatic leverage can pressure Israel to engage in serious negotiations and can encourage third-party mediation backed by international law rather than power politics. Recognition, in another way, allows Palestine to join multilateral organizations such as International Criminal Court, the World Health Organization, and UNESCO. So membership for such organizations can give Palestine tools to challenge settlement policies, seek accountability for violations of international law, and secure aid and development funds. But in my humble opinion, if you just ask me, I would also go further and say it does hold symbolic and psychological significance. So beyond politics, recognition boosts Palestinian morale and identity, reinforcing the idea that their cause is legitimate and supported globally. So this psychological factor is critical in sustaining national resilience in the face of ongoing occupation. But of course, on the other hand, if we talk about recognition, we need also to consider other challenges as well. Here we go.
Dr. Ahmed, as these recognitions were welcomed by the Palestinians but criticized by Israel and the United States, what challenges remain for the Palestinian leadership in turning these recognitions into a real progress on the ground?
Well, so let me just tell you that while recognition is a milestone, it's truly a milestone. It's not a guarantee of the state's functionality or growth. So there are, as you said, several structural challenges remaining. Like, for example, in my humble opinion, number one, the lack of territorial continuity. So the Palestinian territories, when we talk about the West Bank, the East Jerusalem, and even Gaza, are geographically fragmented with their significant portions under Israeli control or blockade. So without the territorial continuity, what I would say the territorial integrity, building an integrated economy and infrastructure networks becomes extremely difficult. The other challenge also, I would say, the economic dependency. So as you know, that the Palestinian economy is heavily dependent on Israel for trade routes, customs clearance, and labor movements. So according to the World Bank data, restriction of movement and access costs to the Palestinian economy billions annually. Recognition does not automatically remove all of these constraints. Another issue, but this is also another challenge, is the internal political division. So for example, the split between Qatar and the West Bank and Hamas and Gaza weakens the Palestinian National Project. And as you know, the international donors and partners often hesitate to invest heavily in a state-building process without a unified government capable of enforcing rule of law across all territories. There are other challenges.
Yes.
I don't want to take one side, like, for example, security and stability. And but all in all, I would say it's a very significant step from one hand, but it does have also a lot of challenges on the other hand.
Right, Dr. Ahmed Sharafuddin, the educational consultant, thank you so much for joining us today and give a lot of information concerning the recognition of different countries for the Palestinian state. Thank you so much.
And to Jordan, where Jordan briefly allowed the limited passage on Sunday as its border crossing with the Israeli-occupied West Bank 3 days after it was closed following an attack that killed 2 Israeli soldiers. And the state broadcaster Al-Mamlaka had reported heavy traffic in both directions from early in the morning, but the Palestinian Border Authority later said in a statement that the Israeli side suddenly closed the crossing, that it would remain shut for the rest of the day, and the crossing is the only gateway for the Palestinians in the West Bank can use to travel abroad without passing throughout Israel, which has occupied the territory since 1967.
Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara has departed for the United States on a landmark trip that will see the president addresses the United